Hi, good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining in. We will be starting in another couple of minutes. We are waiting for more students to join in. Thank you so much. Okay, I think we will start. Hi, good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us for this wonderful informative webinar that we have planned for you. Over the course of next 60 minutes, you will get to know in detail about our international collaborations and internships and career opportunities that exist for students after pursuing our 3-year BA Honors in Liberal Arts and Humanities program. This is your host for today. I'm myself, Ankur Bora. I'm the Director for Admissions at Jindal School of Liberal Arts and Humanities. I am joined by my colleague, Ms. Jslh Mishra, who also heads the program of BA Honors in Liberal Arts and Humanities from Admissions. We have 60 minutes planned for you. I request all of the students that are joining in and the parents to make full use of these 60 minutes. We have two distinguished faculty members from Jindal School of Liberal Arts and Humanities who have taken time out of their busy schedules to be here with us. So please make sure that you get your questions answered. Please use frequent use of the Q&A box and the chat section to engage with the faculty members. Also, if you want to ask your questions live, you can use the raise hand option and we can unmute you and we can even have you asking your questions directly to the faculty members. So the session format is as following. We'll first have a presentation by our distinguished Professor Maria Chindiskya Pandey, who is Associate Professor of Jindal School of Liberal Arts and Humanities and also is our Head of Career Services from the faculty side. She will be talking about the career opportunities and the internships that exist for our students. Post her presentation, we will have Dr. Mumi Roy, who is a professor of environmental studies at Jindal School of Liberal Arts and Humanities, talking about our international collaborations part. So 30 minutes for our presentations and a good 30 minutes for your Q&A. We'll start Q&A at 5:30 dot. So I hope you have another wonderful, informative 60 minutes with us. I will first like to invite Dr. Maria to start her presentation, please. I'll share the screen for you.
Thank you. Thank you, Ankur, for welcoming us. I'm looking forward to share with the students and the parents. First, a little bit of a presentation about internships, which are part of the Jslh BA LH program. And then I will also say a few words about placement and post-BA opportunities. Yes, next, please. So during the 3 years at Jslh in the BA Liberal Arts programs, students are required to fulfill 4 internships. As you can see, in between each semester, we do have an internship period during which students can intern in different types of organizations. Those internships will lead to evaluation by the internship supervisor as well as a short critical analysis by the student of their experience. One of the main purpose of those internships is really to integrate them as part of the program of the BA, meaning that those internships both aim to help the students explore certain fields, or at least explore what could be the professional opportunities within some of their field of interest, but also, especially the later internships, to start building a bit more of a precise experience in their major or in their area of specific interest. Next. Next slide, please. Thank you. So BA in liberal arts in terms of internship is, I would say, as diverse as the student's interest, and even to a larger extent as interdisciplinary as the program itself. Students intern in very different types of organization, ranging from educational, more think tank oriented advisory boards, as well as more traditional corporate sectors, and a quite non-negligible part do choose to intern in NGOs. In order to assist students both with finding the internship as well as identifying what could be an interesting or suitable direction for them to explore, we have associated with us the Office of Career Services. Part of the collaboration we have with them and their involvement in the internship program is an 8-hour course, which is provided to during the first semester to the students entering into the program to help them cover a certain number of, I would say, both skills as well as questions that they might have, both in terms of what actually is a good internship, and also to help them build a certain number of skills which then will remain useful for them once they enter into the professional environment, such as CV writing, preparing for interviews, but also helping them into building their internship path and choosing the places they would like to intern in. Next. Thank you. In addition to that course, we also have, especially now in those online times, we have a very interactive SharePoint platform where, in addition to a number of information, resources, lists of internships, and also testimonials from different both students and faculty members, students can also check and follow their different internship processes, both in terms of application processes, if they are choosing to apply for some internships which were proposed by the Office of Career Services, as well as post the internship to follow through the different steps, like whether different forms have been received, to also be able to check the details of the evaluation that they were given by their mentor, etc. Next. So during their program, as I have mentioned earlier, students will have completed 4 internships. So of course, those internships are useful to prepare in a certain way the students for the post-graduation step. But in addition to those internships themselves, we also have a certain number of additional programs. For example, we will have some more specific higher education related workshops or courses that will be offered to students to help them prepare for both applying to higher education as well as navigating the masters in terms of higher education. In that sense, we also have a very interesting international education fair that happens every year, where we welcome, well, lately online, but we used to welcome them, of course, on campus, representatives not only from some universities, but also from national educational institutions who can provide more specific and very administrative and process-related tips and suggestions on how to apply to certain universities or to certain countries, and what are the different opportunities and possibilities for students there. We also, of course, have a certain number of students who are interested in joining the working environment right after their BA, though, as you can see in this graph, it is not a majority. And for those, we also have a help in terms of placement, both in terms of helping them preparing for the interviews, as well as proposing them different placement opportunities. As you can see in this graph, after Jslh, most of our students choose to pursue higher education. What is mentioned here as long-term internships or even jobs are not necessarily, I would say, final destinations for those students. Many of them choose to take 1 year for either a long-term internship or to gain some professional experience before later on continuing education and obtaining a more specialized diploma. Whether they choose to apply to master programs right after their BA or a year later, we do have quite a diversity of places where students are studying currently or have already graduated from. And next slide, please. As you can see, those are both in India as well as abroad, with quite a majority of students choosing to pursue their master's studies abroad, with a preference for Europe, while some still also now more and more are interested by Australia. We have more and more students who choose to pursue their masters in Australia. But I'm sure that's an aspect that my colleague, Professor Roy, will be able to tell you more about. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Professor Maria, for that wonderful presentation. May I now invite Dr. Mimi to talk about international collaborations for BA Honors Liberal Arts and Humanities program.
Thank you, Ankur, and thank you, Professor Pandey, for that wonderful presentation and setting the mood for how to move from internships to international collaborations and to institutes of higher education. So I am Mimi Roy. I'm the Assistant Dean for International Collaborations, and while you are here at Jslh, most of your questions about international collaborations, your short-term study abroad programs, your semester exchange programs, your dual degree programs, a lot of it will be handled by the Office of International Collaborations at Jslh. So I'm going to give you a flavor of what we do in the Office of International Collaborations at Jslh. Now, at the Jindal School of Liberal Arts and Humanities, we do lay a strong emphasis on internationalization, so that our students have the opportunity to embrace global opportunities and their associated challenge. Because in this era of globalization, we want our students to be updated as well as have the will and imagination to deal with global issues. And if you are part of a global university like ours, we strongly believe the fact that our students know what is meant by global campus, global curriculum, global faculty, global friends, and our internationalization program is the perfect pathway for exposing our students to all of these that I just mentioned. Now, JSLH's international collaborations, they include, mainly three types of, arrangements that we have, like short-term summer and winter programs, semester-long programs, which we call semester exchange, and then we have, long-term programs, which leads to dual degrees. Faculty members and students from partner universities also visit JSLH, so we have both way mobility. It's not that you are only going to a partner university. You will also have the opportunity where students do come from these universities, and you will also be studying with them in JSLH in the same classroom. So all these kinds of mobility programs always keeps on happening at JSLH. Now, if I talk about internationalization at JSLH, as I told you, there are short-term study abroad programs, there are student exchange programs, there's a dual BA LH degree programs, dual degree programs for the BA liberal arts students. There's a dual degree program for the BFA students, the new program that we are launching in in 2021. And we have a global curriculum. We have a lot of international faculty. About 40% of our faculty are are international. We have international students. A lot of our faculty are internationally trained, which means that they have attended their education somewhere in an institute outside India. We have global courses, we have global classrooms, which means joint classroom with a partner university, where you will be doing classes with them online in the same platform. And Professor Maria pointed out, we do have some opportunities for global internships also. So these are the different types of internationalization aspects that we are seeing in Jslh. And I must tell you that, when we started the program in 2014, and when we sent the first cohort of our students to for semester exchange, we had, in the year 2015, we had only 7 students who participated in the semester in some kind of, study abroad programs. But last, 2019, 2020, we could not do anything because of the pandemic. But 2019, from the 7 students in 2015, we had about 65 students who had some kind of international exposure from Jslh. So you see that rise. It's about a 9 times more student going in between like 5 years. So that's a huge success ratio, we say, in terms of student mobility, in terms of opportunities that we give our students for some kind of international exposure. So now I'm going to briefly tell you about what kind of opportunities in terms of the institutions. So you must be interested to know what kind of opportunities we have for student mobility. So student mobility, we have partnerships from programs spread across 42 countries and 5 continents. So which means we have for all these 42 countries included in our list of programs, and they are span across 5 continents. These programs are academically rich, and they encourage cross-cultural flow of knowledge and ideas. So if I talk about partnership across 5 continents, if I give you a percentage breakup of our partnerships, then we have our 23% of our partnerships are in the US, 34% are in Europe, 28% in Asia, and about 15% in Australia. As Professor Pandit just pointed out, the interest in Australia is constantly rising. So we are in conversation right now with about 4 Australian universities to make new partnerships. So this is the overall breakup of our partnerships. The 5 most popular countries for Jslh outward student mobility are Japan, Ireland, Italy, Netherlands, and Canada. So these are the 5 countries where we have seen most of our students have chosen for their outward mobility. I'm not sure why why these 5 countries, but this is what our statistics tell us. The short-term study abroad programs is 3 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks long programs that we host from Jslh, and these are highly specialized courses in the fields of liberal arts, and we have had several of these short-term programs that we have run successfully right now in various fields like European culture and heritage, history and politics, economic governance, human rights development, global climate change, psychology, international trade and financial markets. I'm going to just give you a list of some of the very popular short-term programs that we are running right now. So we have the Jindal Harvard Summer School Program, which is on human rights and development. It's a 3-week residential program, and it's focused on human rights and development, and it's hosted by the Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health. The second most popular program we have is the Jindal Oxford Winter School on Liberal Arts. It's a 2-week residential program, and it's focused on the PPE, Politics, Philosophy and Economics. It's hosted by University of Oxford PPE program. We have the Jindal Sjonspo Summer School in European Affairs, which is again a 3-week residential program focused on European affairs and hosted by Sjonspo Paris. Jindal University of Granada Summer School in Spain, which is again a very popular program. Students just love it because of the experience they get on Spanish culture and heritage. Since Spanish is a language which you will be studying from the very first semester in Jslh, so it gives them a exposure, a real world exposure of the language skills that they pick up in the class, and it's hosted by the University of Granada. Then we have a Jindal Barclay Summer School in University of California, Barclay, which is a 2-week residential program which is focused on journalism and communication, and it's hosted by the University of California, Berkeley. So these are the short-term programs. Now, when I talk about student exchange programs, we have about more than 48 institutions right now which are up for student exchange. And again, these are spread across Australia, America, North and South America, Europe, Asia. And if you want a list of all these universities that we have partnerships with, we can definitely have them sent to you. Please let Ankur or Nishi know if you're interested to know about the specific names. Then we can send you a list of all our partners for the short term for the study abroad program. The student exchange program, as I told you, it's very popular. It's called a student exchange collaboration model, and here students can go for 1 semester long, and it's only in your 3rd year, so you can go in your 5th semester for this kind of a program. This semester long program is chosen for the student keeping in mind your academic and professional goals under the able supervision of the Jslh International Collaborations Committee. This kind of programs are very, very well intertwined within your curriculum, so that when you attend these courses, we see that you get all the credits, your grades are transferred, so all these mechanisms are completely worked out. So it is basically a part of your Jslh curriculum. The 6 most popular student exchange program at Jslh have been the International College of Liberal Arts at the Yamanashi Gakuin University in Japan. 28% of our students have gone there over the years. The second most popular is Trinity College Dublin, where we have about 22% of our students that have gone. The University College Utrecht in Netherlands, where 21% of our students have chosen this destination. The other 3 are University of Bologna in Italy, Queen Mary University of London, and Carl. Again, these are the statistics that we have just calculated, and these show that student interest in these universities. Sorry, and the last program is the dual degree program, and the dual degree program again right now we have collaborations for dual degree programs with Rollins College, Deakin University, Macquarie University, University of Bologna, University of Fraser Valley in Canada, the International College of Liberal Arts in Japan, Trinity College Dublin, and we are in conversation with University of Leeds and Queen Mary University of London. By the time you choose to go for a dual degree program, we are quite hopeful that this is going to work out, and you will have these colleges also enlisted in the dual degree programs. So that's about it from me, about in a nutshell about what we do, how students have chosen their different kind of programs over the years, and how we guide them. Now, if you have any questions, I will definitely be very happy to answer them. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Professor Mimi Roy. We will now open the floor for questions, and I can see that already we have a lot of questions that are coming in. So students, please use the Q&A option, or you can even use the raise hand option to ask questions to the 2 faculty members present here. So I'll just start taking some of the questions in the meanwhile that I can see on Q&A. Okay. Okay, so there are questions around. First question is dual degree programs. I think Professor Mimi has answered this already. The dual degree programs we have with Rollins College and Deakin University for the BA LH program. Information about semester exchange, Vidushi has asked us, and short-term study, what we have to pay. The finances part, Dr. Roy, that is one question that a lot of parents ask us in admissions. How do we manage the finances for this exchange programs, semester exchange, dual degree programs, if we can talk about financial aspect.
Yes, sure. Yeah, yes, definitely. So when we talk about the semester exchange programs, when students go on an exchange, they don't pay anything to the partner university. You pay your normal Jindal tuition, and if you have any scholarships, even that is taken into account. So that you can see it's a great opportunity. You just pay Jindal tuition, and you go to a partner university and stay there for a semester. The only thing that you pay at the partner university is your room and board, which means your room and your food, but that is again not, you don't pay in Jindal. So you pay only tuition in Jindal. You don't pay any lodging or food in Jindal. You pay that to the partner university. So that is worked out this way. For the short term semester, so for the short term study abroad programs, which are 2 to 3 weeks, yeah, it's a about it's a tailor made program for Jslh, and there's a fees involved with that, because these are usually done during the summer and the winter break. So faculty from the partner universities, they spend their summer and winter teaching the students. So there's a fee associated with that, and that varies from university to university. I cannot give you one cost for that. It is dependent on, for the University of Granada, the fee for a 3-week program is about 1.5 lakh, including everything, including the course fee, including your stay, your food, your travel, all those things. While if you look at the Jindal Harvard program, for a 3-week study, it is about 3 lakhs. So the range is different. It depends on what kind of program you're going. For the dual degree program, it's a two-year program in Jindal and a 2-year program in the partner university. For the 2 years in Jindal, you pay the Jindal fee, and for the 2 years in the partner university, you pay their semester fee. Whatever they charge other students, they will charge you similarly, because it's an arrangement, where they take the fee and they give you the degree. So this is how the finances work out. Is that something that is Ankur, is that could I explain what it is?
I think you have, Dr. Mimi. So I think in a nutshell, for the semester exchange program students, you don't have to pay anything. You only have to pay the tuition fee at Jindal. For the short-term study abroad programs, you will definitely have to pay a fee that depends on university to university, the course that you are going for, and the amount of time that you are going to spend there. And the dual degree programs, definitely for the 2 years that you stay in Jindal, you have to pay us the fee, and the 2 years that you go to a partner universities for your dual degree, you will pay the fee there and the boarding there. You don't have to pay anything to us in Jindal. So that's the financial part. Dr. Movi, is there any financial aid for semester exchange? There is a question around that. I don't know who is the
if
student.
they're getting any scholarship in Jindal, that's some kind of a financial aid, and that will be taken into account. That is the financial aid they get. So any kind of scholarships, any kind of discounts
That will
that they give,
continue.
yeah, that will continue. So, but in the partner university is because they are not charging any tuition. They are not even involved in the financial aid part.
Okay, thank you so much. Another question around international collaborations is, how many semester exchange can a person enroll for, and can first year students apply? So I think the question is if you can go for more than one semester exchange programs in probably 3 years.
Because this is within the curriculum, you can only go once for your semester exchange. That is in your 5th semester. That's the only semester where you can go for semester exchange. Even during this pandemic, students who are going to go to the 5th semester, we have about 30 students even during this time who are preparing for their visas, and who are who have been accepted and who are going for semester exchange for fall 2021.
Perfect, thank you. So students, only 5th semester is available for you if you want to go for semester exchange. You cannot go in your first year. You only go
in the first
your
year. They can only go for short-term programs, the 2 to 3 week
short-term
programs.
program.
Yeah.
The question is exactly for semester exchange. So semester exchange only 5th semester, short-term programs anytime during the course of 3 years, right, Professor Roy?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Another question, can you name a few universities? We have named a few universities already, my dear. We can share the link with you on our website for the detailed list of universities. We'll do that. Can school students join these programs? I'm afraid not. Okay, how do you qualify that? I have answered. Okay. So is there a limit on the short-term programs as well?
No, there's no
Dr. Rai?
limit.
No, there is no limit.
No limit. No.
Okay, so there is no limit. There is no name for that question. No limit on the short-term programs, but semester exchange only once. Okay, this is a question that is asked again, Professor Roy, again. The benefits of dual degree program. Who should take up dual degree program and why? So if you can talk about why should somebody look at dual degree program from Jindal?
The dual degree programs is we curate the programs based on your academic and career goals, your pursuit for academics or your pursuit for your career. As Professor Pandey pointed out, in her last slide, that 55%, if you've looked at that slide, it says that 55% of our students are going for masters abroad, and in India, after their graduation from the School of Liberal Arts. So in a pursuit for a master's, or if you have an intention to do some international internships after your 3 year after your graduation, if you do a 2+2, you can stay in a country and do an extended internship. You can join a master's. It depends on your academic and career goals. Once you are at Jslh, Professor Pandey's office, our Office of International Collaborations, we will guide you through this process, and we will work with you to discuss whatever is good for you, how you want to see see yourself in your next step, and then we can suggest whether a dual degree is suitable for you or not. I see Professor Maria has a point here. Yes.
No, obviously, it's not directly with regard to the dual degree itself, but a very common question that we're asked is, what should I do to increase my chances of being admitted to, for example, a specific program? And those questions I get quite often, because students might ask, what kind of internship could help? What other kind of programs could help? What should I do to increase my chances of being selected in a more, let's say, prestigious or reputed program? And in that sense, one of the things we do mention, obviously by the third year it's too late, but if students do ask us earlier on, a dual degree is also something that definitely adds a different perspective on your profile, because after 4 years, you already have 2 diplomas, which is, first of all, different, 2 diplomas from 2 different countries, which are recognized in different manners in each of those countries. So definitely, you are not applying with the same background as somebody who just finished a 3-year BA Liberal Arts in any one single country. So also, obviously, the opportunities that getting a degree, a BA level degree from a foreign country, whether it is Australia, US, or UK, I think that now we do have even more than 2 dual degree opportunities for students. And depending on the countries, students might have different advantages of having that local degree in addition to their Indian BA. Sorry.
Thank you.
Thank you, Maria, for that insight. Thank you.
And Dr. Roy, another additional question is from Ramesh Ramanujam. When can students apply for dual degree program? Is there any deadline when they have
Yes,
to choose?
it's we will start, if you're interested in a dual degree program, we will start it as early as the 3rd semester, because at the end of the 4th semester you will be leaving us, and because 4th semester is 2 years, from the 5th semester you will be joining the partner university for a dual degree program. So basically, beginning of 2nd year, we will start the conversation, your applications, and your and everything. We will have to communicate with the partner university. So yeah, at the beginning of the 2nd year we'll start doing this.
Okay. And is there any minimum GPA requirement or CGPA requirement, marks for eligibility?
It depends on university to university. There is no one standard GPA requirements, but a CGPA of minimum 5 out of 8 is required. That's a minimum CGPA. I have not seen any university who have gone down less than 5. So 5 out of we at Jindal, we use a CGPA system, and it's on 8. So you need at least a CGPA of 5 out of 8 to be eligible for applying.
Okay, thank you. I see a couple of questions from my high school student friends. Students, you have to be a full-time student at our School of Liberal Arts and Humanities to be eligible for these programs. So if you get an admission to our program and you join the program, then only you can go for these exchange programs, not before that. Okay, I hope this settles the question. I have a question from Vidushi Puri. She has a specific question about psychology. What kind of short-term study abroad programs exist for her for a psychology background? Anybody can answer. Dr. Rai, if you can take up this
Yes,
psychology, what can be her
yeah,
options?
so we have sent psychology students who for short-term study abroad programs. Maria, you can also you probably know better than me, but I have seen students going to Queen Mary for psychology short-term study abroad programs. I've seen students going to University of British Columbia for summer study abroad programs. And also we have collaborations. We have short-term study abroad programs opened throughout JGU, where students can also apply. So there are a lot of psychology programs where short-term, it depends on what university we want to go. All the short-term study abroad programs that I mentioned just now, if you want to study psychology, we can make arrangements for that. But yes, we have sent a cohort of mostly students have chosen University of British Columbia. That's another I haven't mentioned it in my list because it's open throughout Jindal. It's not only for Jslh, but throughout Jindal it's open. But it's another destination where our students go for the summer programs. And a lot of students have chosen psychology programs in Canada, in University of British Columbia, in Carleton University, in Memorial University of Newfoundland for psychology programs. If you want a detailed of which universities offer psychology program, we can definitely share that with you. Be it short term, be it a semester exchange, be it for dual degree, we can definitely share that with you.
Yes, unfortunately, even though I am a psychology teacher, I'm given the semester online. The short-term programs have been a little bit shattered in the past year, so I have less been involved with those. But for example, for the semester exchange, because that semester happens during your major course semesters, I do have among the students a number of my psychology students who choose to go for a semester exchange. And with them, we have gone through the course mapping, and many of them were extremely enthusiastic about the psychology courses offered in a number of those universities. And Trinity is one of them. Utrecht has an excellent psychology program and is also part of those universities often chosen by psychology majors for their semester exchange program, the 5th semester.
So I think we can say that there are a lot of options for anybody from
lot
psychology.
of options. We have about, as I said, we have about 48 institutions where we offer the semester exchange program. So you see 48, I cannot, each of the psychology, as you know, is a major subject, that is discipline that is studied by by students. So all those universities do offer psychology courses. So there's no paucity of psychology courses. I can, when I share you the list of the 48 partnerships that we have for semester exchange, you can see the kind of options that you have.
Okay, thank you, Professor Roy. So Professor Roy, there is a question by Meher Pannu. Our dual degree programs are only with Rollins and Deakin, or there are other universities also?
No, I just mentioned we have Rollins, Deakin, Macquarie University. Deakin is Rollins in US, or Deakin in Australia, Macquarie in Australia, University of Bologna in Italy, University of Fraser Valley in Canada, International College of Liberal Arts in Japan, Trinity College Dublin, Ireland. And we have ongoing discussions with University of Leeds and Queen Mary University in the UK. So these are all the options for dual degree.
That's almost 10 universities.
Yeah, in nine to be precise. 9. Yeah.
That's good. Okay, thank you, Professor Roy. There are another question from Sharita about total number of percentage of students at Jslh who used to go abroad in 2019. That is before pandemic. You were talking about it.
Is she only asking for semester exchange or the total study abroad?
Only semester exchange.
So in 2019, I think, as far as I remember, we had about close to 30 students who went for semester exchange.
Okay. And any minimum performance criteria for semester exchange? CGPA
That
5.
also depends on the university. Yeah, 5 is a standard CGPA. Your references from your professors, from your major professors at Jslh will also count. Your interest, all those things count. But we try to, as I told you, we do have a lot of emphasis on the semester exchange program, and we try to accommodate all students who express interest in the semester exchange to the best we can. So we try to accommodate all students, and give them this opportunity, because this is a unique opportunity, and we know that students, a lot of students in Jslh are interested, and so we try our best to fit you into one of these programs.
Thank you so much, Professor. Okay, Vidushi, I think we have answered this question, selection criteria for the dual degree and semester exchange. When do we have to decide if you want to go to dual degree? By the end of your first year. Is there a dual degree program with University of British Columbia? Meher Pandu. I don't think so. We have
No, we don't. As of now, we don't. No.
Okay. Vidushi, can we get a mail list regarding college options for dual degree and semester exchange? Sure. Vidushi, we will send you those details. Streamlika has asked me NAC grade of JSLH. So we are an institution of eminence, Streamlika. I think NAC grading is also A for Jindal Global University, but over and above that, we are amongst the only 20 institutions in the country, in India, out of 950 universities to be given autonomy. We are a globally ranked institution. We are we're the #1 private university in the field of social sciences, liberal arts, and humanities. So don't worry about the rankings. We are, I think, one of the leading institutions in space of liberal arts and humanities. Another question: do we have any collaborations with Balkan states? Balkan will be Serbia and those countries. I don't think so. We have, right?
No.
How many students are there in first year of JSLH? First year of JSLH, I think you are talking about the batch size. We are looking at somewhere around 150 plus students to join this year. Okay. Okay, so Gauri has a comment. Can we please update the website for dual degree programs? Sure, Gauri, your comment is well received. We will definitely update our website for dual degree programs. As of now, we only show 2, Deakin and Rollins, but now that we have more, we have 9. So we'll definitely
we are
revive.
coming up with a brochure. It's in the final stages of design. So I think in 8 to 10 days we'll have a formal brochure for internationalization at Jslh, and we'll upload that whole brochure on the website, and you can have access to all this information that I just gave you.
Thank you, Professor Roy. Okay. Okay, Twinkle Gupta has a question. If I have taken science and do not have optional subject as psychology, yeah, so you can apply to our School of Liberal Arts and Humanities even without science. If you want to pursue psychology as a major, we don't have a criteria that you should have taken science in grade 12 to apply to us. You're completely eligible, Twinkle. So go ahead and put in your application. Please reach out to me or Nishi if you want to have detailed counseling session. We will be happy to do that for you. Okay, another question, $1 million question. Does the university plan to open this year in August? Given the circumstances that we are in India, I don't think so, my dear, that we are going to open in August. It looks like it will be an online semester. We may look at opening the campus by the end of the year, depending on the vaccination situation and how the country is progressing there. But definitely August looks a bit hard. I think by the end of the year, we can hopefully open the campus. Beneath this eye, can we arrange a semester exchange with the university outside of what Jindal has arrangement with?
No, you can't, because as I told you, your credits, your grades, we have made arrangements for your credit transfer, for your grade conversion, because these all go in your final transcript. So these are arrangements that we do after a lot of deliberation with the partner university. So we don't allow students for going outside of the list of what we have for semester exchange.
So there you have your answer. That is not possible. You have to go with our partner universities only. Manas, what is the age of Jslh? Okay, we were established in the year 2013. So I think we are now healthy 80 years old. I think that answers your question.
Yeah, first batch was in 2014, right? I think
Okay.
2013 the school was established,
Established.
and
2014 was the first batch.
first cohort of students. Yeah.
Okay.
So actually, we start having quite some nice look back, which we didn't have a few years ago, because the first batch who graduated, those who pursued higher studies, even the second batch, many of them start graduating from their masters and enter into some professional pursuits or some PhD programs. So we now start having quite a better sight of what students chose to do after their graduation and where they're at now. So that starts becoming more clear.
Okay. Thank you so much, Professor Maria.
So Professor Maria and Mimi, I have a question for you, which most of the students ask during the counseling session, which is how does these internships and the collaborations or maybe the exchange program that they go to help them applying them in their master's program? So does the credit that they earn add on to their master's, or do they get some kind of the scholarship? How does this help them in their master's program?
So regarding the international collaborations, if you've gone to to an institution for a semester exchange, that thing will be clearly mentioned in your transcript that you have gone to a university abroad for your semester exchange, which I believe do carry a lot of weight in terms of your master's application. A lot of our students have gone back to these institutions for their masters, and their application was super easy for the masters because they already made the connections when they went for semester exchange. They have also, during this period of semester, they have also made connections with professors who have written LORs for them, so that also helps them in their master's applications. So yeah, overall it's an all win-win situation for an international collaboration. So if you go for a semester exchange, it definitely it definitely shows up on your transcript, and it does add to your transcript, to your CV, to your transcript. It does add a lot of weight.
As far as internship go, I would say it does, especially, obviously any kind of experience, especially in a professional environment, is also perceived as occasion to develop other kind of skills, other kind of, to set a certain attitude, and having sometimes recommendation from your internship mentors. Because sometimes when we think of internship, we only think of the corporate internships, but a number of our students have actually interned in research centers, have interned with think tanks or with other kind of organization where they actually did research work. So obviously, depending on the field that they pursue, the kind of masters of where they apply, our job is more to help them choose the type of internship that would mostly support their application. If you plan to go for an MBA, a nice internship in a corporate environment with a certain type of mentorship and potentially professional recommendations will definitely add to your application. Similarly, if you apply for a master's in a research-driven program, having done research assistantship, having been involved in government, non-government related research programs is definitely also something that will add to your application.
Thank you, Professor. This will help many of the students who are still applying to our liberal arts and humanities program and have questions.
Thank you. I have another question from Charita Mandava. What are the avenues for fourth year of undergraduate study at Jslh apart from the dual degree program? So we also offer a 1-year postgraduate diploma called Jindal Fellowship Program that you can look at. A lot of our students pursue that, and that can also act as your optional 4th year kind of a program if you want to go deeper in your particular in a subject area of your interest. So that's a wonderful program that we offer, and that option is available to all our students in the university. So Jindal Fellowship Program is a good program for you. I will now see the chat box if we have any questions. Gauri, we have already answered this, Gauri, the benefits of dual degree program as opposed to regular degree program. Both Professor Maria and Professor Roy have answered this. I hope you were here to listen to them. I don't see any other question. If you have any other question, please, students.
We have a question from Meher Unknown. Does everyone in the class get a chance for a semester exchange program?
Yes, yeah, definitely. We will try to, as I said, we have, about 48 plus institutions in our list, and each institution accepts, students about 5 to 10 students, depending on the kind of arrangement we have. And so we, as I said, we try to, accommodate students, accommodate all the students, unless, you have a lot of resets, unless if that's the case where, you have a lot of failures in your courses. We have not deprived any student from not going for a semester exchange.
Thank you. Okay, students, any other questions? Anybody has any other questions? Please use the raise hand option too. Remember, you can use the raise hand and we can take your question live if you want to. Otherwise, I don't see any further questions for us. Okay, what are the approximate charges for the semester exchange programs? So you don't have to pay anything to our partner universities for semester exchange. The fee of Jindal is enough. So the only thing is that you have to manage your living cost, wherein you don't have to pay anything here for your living cost since you will be at our partner institutions, but you don't have to pay any separate tuition fee for semester exchange program. Archana, I hope that answers your question. Gauri, where can we access the recording? Recording will be shared with you post this webinar by the admissions team. Don't worry. Once it is done, we will share it with you. Okay. Any other question or comment anybody has? We are very happy to take any feedback. Any questions about the BA Liberal Arts Humanities program? Please feel free to reach out to us. Okay, so can we choose a course from different schools other than JSLH? So this is talking about cross electives. If
Yes.
Either of the professors can talk about the cross electives, that will be great to make students understand.
Actually, I think there was another question related about major and choice. So maybe if Dr. Roy and I can just summarize very quickly the idea of the program that could clarify some doubts. Maybe if it's all right, I'll start. And
yes, Maria. Yes, please go ahead. Yeah.
So the idea is that, as you know, the first 3 semesters are foundation courses. So there is not courses that you choose from. You cover the fundamentals of different areas within liberal arts and humanities, along with a certain number of interdisciplinary courses specific to JSLH, as well as transversal skills such as communication skill, quantitative skill, writing skills. In your 3rd semester, you do choose a major. A major means that during the last 3 semesters of your education and of your BA, you will be taking specialized courses in your area that you chose. As you know, we have a number of majors, including environmental science, political science, history, psychology, etc. And also a self-design major. I'm sure that you can see all the details of that on the website because it's a bit long to enumerate. And in addition to your major courses, you will also have the possibility to take another set of elective courses. So basically you specialize in one domain and you expand in a series of other domains. And for other domains those courses, we tend to refer to them as cross-electives. They can come from any field, either within Jslh or within JGU, which means that you would also have the possibility during those last 3 semesters to take a number of courses from other schools of JGU. Mimi, if you'd like to add something.
Yes, it's not only for those, for this cross electives, even within your major, if your major supervisors, major coordinators will choose courses which they will give you a range of courses to select from each semester, and a number of those courses are also from outside JSLH. So yes, you can so basically yes, you can choose courses from any school of JGU once you are past that 3rd semester. From your 4th semester onwards, you can do it. For the first 3 semesters, your courses will be restricted within JSLH. Those are the core courses that we run.
Thank you, Professor. Is the 4th year optional? Yes, the 4th year is optional. If you want to go for it, you can go for our Jindal Fellowship program. It's a 3-year program. Otherwise, the BA Honors Liberal Arts and Humanities 3 years.
The BFA is a 4-year program. If you're choosing the BFA, that's a 4-year program, but the BA Liberal Arts is a 3-year program.
Yeah. Okay, I don't see any other question or comment here now. Nishi, anything that you want to ask? We have 3 minutes left. So anything you want to add?
I don't think so. I've asked the question which I usually get from the students. And if they'll have, I think they are free to write to us and we can forward the questions to the faculty.
Yeah, if you can share your contact details in the chat box to all of them, that will be great, Nishi, your email ID and mobile number. So students, you can please feel free to reach out to Nishi, who heads the BLH admissions. She is easily accessible. Please feel free to reach out to her on WhatsApp, and she will be happy to schedule a call with you for a detailed counseling session. We do organize a lot of one-to-one WhatsApp counseling sessions for students who want a detailed information about the program, our admission process, our selection criteria. So please feel free to reach out to her. She will just share her contact details in the chat section to all of you. I think it was a wonderful webinar. I think all of us had some good information coming our way. Thank you so much, Professor Maria and Professor Mimi, for your wonderful guidance to our students. Appreciate it. And we look forward to hearing from you students in the admissions office. Please note our deadlines are near. We start our fresh classes from 2nd of August. So we only have about 1 month to go, and our deadline for BA Liberal Arts is 30th of June. So that's the final deadline for applications. We are also starting our pre-semester program, the Prestige program, from 9th of July. So request you to please hurry up and finish up your applications if you have not already done so. Thank you so much. Have a good evening and a wonderful weekend, everyone. Thank you so much. Bye-bye, Professor.
Thank
Bye,
you.
Nishi.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you.